just getting up on this ridge now, and I'm targeting this spot specifically because the beech crop up here has been pretty solid. So I'm checking this game camera, and as I'm going through the pictures, there looks to be a shooter bear on camera that was in here earlier, and I was planning on coming up here earlier today. So it's kind of funny, bear walked right over this scrape and licking branch. You can't see it because it's covered up right now, but this overhanging branch is essentially the one that I decided to set this camera up on. So we'll see what time this bear was coming down. Basically, I'm downloading it on a stick. This stick converts the SD files and downloads them to my phone. So I'll carry one of these wherever I go. Sometimes you even find a camera out in the woods that you forgot about, and you're like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't have a stick, but I've been carrying one, so I can download now. Anyway, bear came through here recently. Super windy today. You don't have to worry too much about being quiet because these bears are going to make a ton of noise. They're going to be breaking branches off the beach. They're going to be cruising the leaves, kicking branches, snapping branches, especially a big bear. So this one appears to have come off the top of the ridge up behind me here. Sounds like something's walking over there. It appears to have come from that top ridge there. So what I'm going to do is make my way out through the beach, and we'll circle up to the top of this plateau and make my way back down. I think I might shoot a bear today. What's the over-under I shoot a bear? What do we think? This is what we're up here for. We got some old beech trees that are still producing nuts. These are fresh from this year. They'll be a greener color or tan. You can see subtle disturbances in the leaves. It looks like the deer have been in here. I'm not seeing any bear sign yet, but bears are 100% going to be on this ridge today. Obviously, we saw that smaller bear earlier on game camera. I think it's a sow, if I'm not mistaken. Not that big, but worth shooting for sure. But I have a suspicion that there's some giants up in here. You can see the claw marks on these trees. This is the kind of terrain that you want to spend time in. I think I might see a bear tonight. Oh, what's that? Monster rub right up here. Let's go check that out. That's what I'm talking about. It's nothing crazy, but it's nice. It's definitely a nice one. This just tells me that deer are spending time in here as well as bears. And I guarantee it's because of the beech. We're experiencing a transition from browse to sort of hard mass, soft mass type feed. That's going to be your acorns, your beech nuts, and your apples. I think that it makes sense to hunt out here. I mean, for the remainder of the season, if I can't get down to my other spot. Next weekend, I'd like to do a longer film. An overnight. Oh, I thought that was a bear. A longer film in a spot that I've got some serious bear activity in. But if I can't make it up there because the wife's busy, then I might just hang out around here and check it out, see how we do. Don't count me out yet. Sounds like something's walking just on the other side of that big beech tree. This is exactly where they're gonna be. A lot of these leaves seem to be turned up and shallow compared to everything else. Something's been feeding in here. Under these bigger beech trees, there tends to be new nuts. So, let's see if there's actually some feed over here or what. Yeah, this is all feeding sign. Anytime you have old leaves overly exposed, this time of year, that's feeding. It's older, but I don't really care. They're definitely in here. This is kind of what a... Something's been feeding pretty hard under this tree. I'm seeing 0 beech nuts though, that's weird. Unless they ate all of them. There's gotta be a monster bear up here somewhere. You could see the old claw marks up that one. I can't tell if squirrels are chasing each other or there's a bear coming in. That's pretty loud. That's pretty friggin' loud. That sounds like a bear to me. I'm telling you, there's gotta be a bear right there. Friggin' squirrels chasing each other. Whew. They're making a ton of noise. You can hear beech nuts falling everywhere. Once you get in a spot like this, you really don't need to go far. I'm just trying to pay attention to the woods. There's good beech nuts in here, so the feed's there. Leaves are still on the trees, so I can move a little bit and feel okay with it. It's a little bit louder tonight, but squirrels are making more noise than me, so I'm not too worried about my footsteps. And every now and again, I'm just kind of scratching like a bear would, just to kind of put them at ease if they think, what's that? Either way, I mean, there's bucks up here, there's does up here. I obviously can't shoot them with a rifle yet, but I feel really, really good about this plateau. For whatever reason, I usually do really well with bears on plateaus like this. I'm telling you, that's gotta be a bear coming in. Let me just get ready before I blow this. I'm gonna adjust my scope back down, that way I'm not too zoomed in. Dude, there's a dead bear right there, no way. I'm literally just gonna throw this thing over my back. It's hard to judge these things, honestly. I had a quicker window too to decide on it. Basically, I was up on these trees here and I could see that there had been recent feeding sign, but not super recent. And I could hear leaves getting kicked around and squirrels were everywhere, and I was almost certain that it was squirrels. And all of a sudden I saw them go running through the woods. I'm like, okay, it was squirrels. So I sit there and I wait and I wait and I wait. And I hear some sticks break, and squirrels can't do that. So I'm sitting there and I'm waiting in the middle of an interview, and I just see a flash of black behind a bunch of thick brush. And then I'm kind of sitting there and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. All right, let's check it out. I think it's gone or expired. It's got some big feet for how small it is though. They look so much bigger when they're alive. It's like that, you really have to look at the head. And I didn't have much of a chance to look at its head. Oh, it is kind of heavy though, shit. Here. Let's go, we filled the New Hampshire tag. I gotta clean this thing out because it's kind of hot out today. And after that, carry this thing out of here. It's not that big, so it won't be a massive struggle. You know, I keep saying this, normally I'm trying to shoot bigger bears than that, but I am so bad at judging bears. I mean, these things run through the woods and it's like, got to make a decision. It looks pretty big. Boom, take a shot. I actually am shocked though, because when I got up to it, I didn't know the bear was down. I pulled the trigger and I thought it was just kind of like doing this, like looking around trying to figure out what was going on. And this friggin' thing is bundled right there. So that, if we're gonna talk positives here, that was as quick of a kill as you could possibly ask for. It was standing right here when I hit it, and fortunately it died where it stood. So, you know, can't be mad at a New Hampshire bear. I think I'm gonna take some quick photos, and then we're gonna get this thing out of here. And then I got to get a warden to check it in. So we'll see what that entails. I haven't had to do that in a little bit. All right, that's my first bear tag of the 2025 season. I mean, it came together real quick. As you guys saw, I was in the middle of an interview back there. I was seeing squirrels running around everywhere. And the second, and I mean the second, I heard a stick break, I locked right in. I was like, that is not a squirrel. You know, it's bittersweet. I love hunting. I don't like killing. It's like one of those weird caveats of being a hunter. But for this next bear, I'm definitely going to hold out for a larger bear. I'm probably going to go further up on the ridge to see if I can get into one. But I got to get her gutted out and then head back to the truck here to see what I got to do for check-in. It is a little bit warmer. I think it was 75 when I got up on the ridge, so it's probably like 70 now that we're approaching dusk. So let me get this thing cleaned out and then we'll get out of here. I got this thing gutted out. It's really, I mean, I might be able to just carry this on my back if I could just figure out what to do with my rifle. Of course, I have a hip pack today instead of a backpack. Wondering if there's a way to attach it. Again, we're unloaded. To make sure the tag's still where it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to tuck that down in there. All right. This thing's giving me a run for my money here. Running out of daylight. I'm pretty thirsty, honestly, so hoping to get some of that soon. Covered in blood, which is a really weird feeling, to be honest. Not a fan. I got this thing down, and I gotta throw it back on my shoulders here. Head all the way down this forestry road. Get to the truck, throw it in the truck, head home, get cleaned up. My dog's gonna hate me for the next few days, I think. Just the smell is gonna freak him out. He hates bears. But I don't know, what a successful afternoon though. You never, like, I made sure I stayed home this morning because the wife's got work today, yesterday. I mean, she's always working because she does wedding photography, but she just wanted me home to be with the dog, so I was with the dog for a little bit. I waited until 3 o'clock, decided to get my stuff together. Made sure I spent a bunch of time with Goose, our dog, outside. And around like 3:40, I was like, let me get over to the mountain and see what we can make happen today. And it was just meant to be, apparently. I am still looking for a big bear. I mean, I missed on that bigger bear 2 years ago, and I haven't been back up on that ridge, and I know there's bigger bears to be had. Just like I know there's bigger bears, I have seen monsters on game camera up here. I just haven't been able to lay eyes on them. This is the fourth bear since we moved that I've laid eyes on up here, and you know, when you change your tactics and you start spending more time in the beach, that bear count goes way up, especially in October. A lot of guys will say it's shit luck walking around and trying to shoot a bear, but if you're in the right spot, shit luck goes way up. And yeah, there's luck involved for sure, but I have a strong feeling that I should be able to do this every year if I want to, just based off of using the right tactics that we were talking about before I even shot this one today. It worked years ago. I took bear off last year, and it clearly worked this year. So I'm just stalling at this point. I don't want to throw that thing back on my back, but the sooner we get this done, the sooner I can clean up. Tried to get that barbarian vibe off my body. All right, we made it back. The dead bear. My clothes are absolutely caked. I had to wear my jacket just to get uncut, or to actually protect my seat. Yeah, my clothes are really soaked in blood, huh? Oh no, my scope. All right, well that's gonna be a thing. Get this thing cleaned up. Reach out to Fish and Game, get registered so that somebody can come check this out, or I could just go to a check-in station. I have to figure out what my options are. I know there's a link on the website, but what a day. Looks like that's a wrap for my first bear tag of 2025. Can't be disappointed with the old beech tree strategy, getting out there in October when they're sort of in their frenzy, feeding as much as possible before they hibernate. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm looking to make a pivot as far as my career path. I really want to start doing more storytelling, you know, even gear reviews. I'm kind of a gear junkie myself, but I really just love being outside. I love sharing these stories. I love going on adventures, and I'm getting my guide's license early next year. I don't know if I want to bring guys out yet. I'm trying to figure that out. But you know, a select few I might want to bring out there depending on ability and what they're looking to do. So thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Go ahead and check out some of the buck tracking videos that I did last year. I'm looking to track down a monster this year. I've got several really big bucks on camera. Relatively in one valley. Of course they might leave, but I know how to find them once it snows. So I'm also building out a Savage Impulse in 30-06. That'll be fun to review, just to show everyone a different style rifle in a straight pull essentially. But make sure you like and subscribe. Please share if you're willing to. Really appreciate everybody sticking around. Until the next video.